Hello guys, and welcome back once again to the Asian channel. And today we are going to talk about United Aircraft Corporation recently announced that the Russian Air Force has received another batch of new SU-34M fighter jet. Although UAC didn't mention how many aircraft was delivered, this is the third batch of new SU-34M Russia has received in less than 1 year. They received a different batch of SU-34M last July and November 2022. It is estimated that Russia ordered 76 SU-34M last year, although I couldn't verify if the latest delivery would have completed all their orders or there would be more deliveries needed in the future. The aircraft is manufactured by the Novosibirsk Aviation Plant. The latest variant, which is the SU-34M, it features extended combat capabilities, enabling the aircraft to employ advanced air-launched munitions, increase the aircraft's range and striking ground in naval targets, and expand the conditions and accuracy of bombing runs. There's even an SU-34M fighter specialized for electronic warfare and reconnaissance. The latest SU-34M features UKR-RT electronic search pod, the UKR-OE camera pod, and the UKR-RL, which is integrated with synthetic aperture radar. Many foreign observers is puzzled with the purpose of this aircraft, and to be honest, that includes me too. This aircraft is no counterpart in Western Air Force for a reason. For example, the US Air Force, they have specifically a dedicated fighters and bombers, while the SU-34 aircraft seems to be built for that dual purpose. The idea seems economical and smart on first look, but let's get deeper look into this. Yes, the aircraft seems impressive that I can switch mission from bombing roles to fighter jet mission instantly. Also, most bombers are escorted by fighter jets during their bombing mission because bombers lack the ability to defend themselves against fighter jet if ever they come across against one. Bombers are heavy, slower than fighter jet, and they lack air-to-air capabilities. But the SU-34 doesn't need a fighter jet escort since it has a fighter jet and bomber capabilities. The SU-34 normally just fly with a tandem SU-34 as well. But if you look really into it, the Su-34 lacks the large payload capacity of any Russian bombers like the Tu-54 Bear, the Tu-22, or the Tu-160. Sure, the Su-34 has an impressive 100,000-pound takeoff weight, much higher than the Su-27 64,000 takeoff weight. The Su-34 can simply carry more bombs than any fighter jet, but for a bomber, a 100,000-pound payload is not a lot. An ordinary Russian bomber can easily carry 400,000 pounds of takeoff weight. A bomber in theory needs to carry a lot of bombs so that it can destroy a heavy concentration of enemies in a large area. The Su-34 has an impressive maximum range of 4,000 kilometers, much further than any fighter jet, but much more shorter than any Russian and American conventional strategic bombers. Now let's take a look at his fighter jet capabilities. The Su-34 derived the Su-27 airframe, the Su-27, one of the most maneuverable fighter jet in the world, so the Su-34 is definitely a very capable airframe. But again, if you take a deeper look at it, although it's derived from the Su-27 airframe, but aircraft is heavier and bigger than the Su-27, so it's not as fast and less maneuverable than the Su-27. So if you take a deeper look at it, if ever the Su-34 go up against a very capable air superiority fighters or multi-role jet like the Su-27, the Su-35 or the American F-15 and F-16, the Su-34 is a little bit in disadvantage. It would have a problem against light and more agile fighter jets, although the Su-34 is unparalleled in many aspects, but some foreign critics calls the aircraft as too heavy to be an efficient fighter jet, yet too small to be a bomber. For me, I couldn't be quick to judge it. The aircraft still boasts some very impressive capabilities. It has a maximum takeoff of 45,100 kilograms, service ceiling of 56,000 feet, G-limit of +9, it can carry almost all kinds of bombs. Long-range air-to-air missiles, anti-ship, anti-radiation, and air-to-ground missiles. The aircraft has a maximum speed of 2,200 kilometers per hour, ferry range of 4,500 kilometers, and combat range of 1,000 kilometers. Many Western analysts is confused with the role of SU-34, but I think the SU-34 is specifically designed for the Russian Air Force fighting doctrine, which is very opposite of the American fighting doctrine. Russia has always relied on frontline fighters/bombers since the era of the Soviet Union. The SU-34 is the replacement of the SU-24 Fencer, which is still adequate for bombing mission, but it's obsolete as a modern fighter. What are your thoughts on the SU-34? Please let me know in the comments below. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you want more topics like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you soon.